Hello again and welcome back to episode 6 of Down on the Farm. So today I said I was going to buy the fuel tanker. I have done just that and I have just filled it up, which was a considerable amount of money. I think it's a 4,500 litre tank, so it cost a fair bit to fill it with diesel. Still, I've also bought a same Sami tractor because I wanted one for seeding. For the two seeders I've got, it's got a good turning circle, and I've found some of the seeders I've been using have, when they turn around, especially when they're set on a worker, they leave a gap. The Sami is pretty good when it turns around of being quite accurate, and I've said before it's a bit of a workhorse, 190 horsepower. It's a good workhorse on the farm, so I bought one. So I'm taking the fuel Bowser back up to the farm. I'm going to park it up there. That way, at the end of the day, when we bring vehicles back, if they need filling up, we can fill up there without having to go driving off to petrol stations, gas stations, filling stations, whatever you want to call them. So just find a home to park that up. And you should be able to witness some more of my amazing reversing with the trailer. You'd think by now I'd be getting better at it. I can do it with the dual shock, no problem at all. I've obviously just got so used to playing with the dual shock controller. As soon as you throw pedals and steering wheel into the mix, I go to pieces. I don't know why. I suppose it's muscle memory with the dual shock. You just get used to what you have to do. It will come. The short trailers are always fiddly. I don't know why. I find them hard to move. That will do it, straight enough. It's out of the way as well. I should be able to put up next to it. Okay, so we're going to park this up and jump into the Deutzfahr TTV, I think it is. We need to go down to the dairy farm and we need to do a bit of mowing today. Not a huge amount. Just a few odds and ends today. Bit of mowing. I need to do a bit of windrowing on some hay I've got because I want to do a few more silage bales. I'll probably only get 4 or 5 out of it, I guess. So I whiz down to the farm. Just remembered, when I play multiplayer with my daughter, we both have a set of mowers, so we can get the mowing done a lot quicker. For some reason, she dumped them up here. I don't know why she left them up here. So I'll just hook them up. I'll take them down to the dairy farm and I'll use them down there. I am hoping on Farming Simulator 17, they did say there'll be more animals, whether we'll get to do the pig or beef mod type thing, so you can do animals kind of for slaughter as well. And I'm hoping we get to add things like grain and water, and so there's more stuff you have to feed them, because it does baffle me you don't have to do any water. Anyway, at the farm, the windrower is in there, which I'm going to need to use first, I think. So what I'll do is I'll just dump off the mowers off the back, grab the windrower very quickly and go and do the bit of windrowing I need to do. Backing up very cautiously. I think I've caught the mower on the front entrance. There we go, just readjust a little bit. There we go. I normally park these at a bit of an angle so they're easy to get to. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, right, it's hooked up. This is the medium of the windrowers, the Pottinger one. When I did my episode, I believe, on baling, I don't often use the chrome. You need massive fields for the chrome, and even then, I don't know, it's just cumbersome. I do like the Pottinger, it's easy to use. Actually, yes, whiz past here, just to prove the point. I did finish off stacking those bales up. Made quite a good job of it too, I'm quite happy with that. Those ones not so much, but no, we won't talk about those. Okay, so we'll whiz around with the windrower. There's a bit off to the side here that I mowed and tethered a while back. Did the rest of the field and didn't clear this up, so I'll just do this bit now and then what we'll do is I'll bale that and silage wrap them. Let's say silage bales, I haven't got as many as all the others, so drop it down, turn it on. I'm going to try and keep these lines straight. As I said before, any jobs like these, the straighter you can keep it makes it much easier for baling, and anything you have to do for picking up. Lift them up so they don't make a mess of anything else. And there we go. All wind road. Nice. Fold this up and I'll go and put this away. Not quite sure where I was going then. Probably out onto the road. Okay, try and go past and swing around to get this back into the barn properly. I'll say properly. I'll try it for Mincab. Got to keep trying. You never know. At some point I'll do it right. So at some point I'll do it right. Oh no. Just realised what I've done. I'm not so bothered about backing this in now because I'm annoyed. Because I knocked over the bale stack. God. Never mind, right, let's get this back in. I'm going to use the bales anyway, so. There we go, a bit more of an angle this time, it'll be easier to get out, I think. Perfect. Okay, pick up the rear mowers, hook them up. They're big old cumbersome brutes, these. I know on various different clips I've watched, people often have said they're not scaled correctly. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I did park this by the washer to wash it and then forgot to do it. So I'll do it now while I'm here, standing right in front of it. Get a bit of a hose down. One thing I don't know. On Farming Simulator 17 they have referred to the fact that there will be modding available, and on somebody's YouTube clip I watched they said they won't be able to have mods with scripts, things that do things automatically like gates and things like that. Things like terrain mod and mud mod I think would be brilliant, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do that for console, because I think having like entrance ways and bits where it's muddy, and I just think that's really cool. But again, I don't know. I don't know a lot about mods or modding, so I don't know what the scripting entails. I would assume most things that have to, anything that moves has to have some kind of script, but I assume they mean the automatic scripting, like barn doors sliding open, gates opening. Not sure, but we'll see. So back to the mowing. Once now that's clean, I say it's clean, then it goes and parks it in the manure bay. That's probably the stupidest thing I've ever done, but anyway, never mind. Anyway, so what we're saying, yes, the mowers being not scaled correctly, they do seem really large. On some of the bigger tractors they don't look as bad, but I know there are some mods for PC where there are slightly smaller versions. They seem to be scaled a bit better To be fair, the bigger the mowers the better. In all honesty, I've said this before in one of my other videos, I'm hoping they'll do the Krone Big M as a mod for Farming Simulator 17, because I want bigger mowers. The time I spend mowing, I'd rather have bigger mowers. Right, drop these down, turn them on, and away we go. Now, I'm going to go around the first few bits. I'm not going to do the entire field. This field here next to the dairy farm I bought and grassed the entire thing for this very reason, for doing grass for feed, for doing hay bales, and for doing silage bales. But what I do is I did it on a grass cutting video. I do double passes. You can do a triple pass, but just do one pass over the mower, leave the grass to grow right through again, and then do another pass with the mower. Then I tether it, then I windrow it. You get double the yield, and you haven't got to windrow each time and tether each time. You only tether once and then windrow once. If you're desperate for the grass, you need it really, really quickly, then one pass, absolutely. But if you've got the time to take to allow it to grow through again and cut it a second time, it's well worth it because you get the double yield. So I'm not going to do the entire field this time because I'm going to do the double yield. If I'd have only done single yield, I probably would have done the entire field. So as long as it's short, if you did the entire field and a double yield, like double cut, you'd have loads. I mean, you'd have more than you need to use in quite a while, especially with it set on real time. Your animals aren't ploughing through that feed. It's only if you decide that at night time or any reason you want crops to grow and you speed the time up, obviously the feed goes down because you're going through time quicker. So what I normally do is a couple of passes around the outside first, sorry, a couple of rows, and then I mow it slightly differently, and I'll show that in a second. Only so at the corners when I'm turning. What I could do is stop, back up, swing round. I normally set myself on cruise control, so I've got to sit with either a finger on trigger when I was on the DualShock or my foot on the pedal when I'm using the pedals and wheel. So I set the cruise control on, and when I get to 2 rows done, well, you'll see in a minute, I'll show you what I mean. So it should be coming up at him now. Yeah, what I generally do is when I get down to on the second strip, rather than go left and swing in, I swing out and round. I know it sounds a bit weird. With the cruise control, it gives you more room to do it, and it also means you cut any bits you've missed on the turns. If you cut inwards, if you turn left, the front mower will miss a strip as it goes around the bend. The back mowers don't pick it up. If you go this way round and swing round, you pick up any that you missed in the first few passes, like that, and then you come in straight onto the next row. I'm going to straighten this one up actually because I had a bit of a bend on the end. Up to the end. What I'm going to do in a minute is I will speed this up or skip ahead. You don't want to have to sit and watch me just mow grass. It's as boring as watching grass grow. Or maybe you do, I don't know. But I will skip ahead anyway. So, in cab view I don't do very often, but what I'll try and do is that mirror or light there, line up the grass with that light, and oddly enough that will line up the mowers. Now it might be different for every tractor, but on the Deutz it definitely works. So I know that I'm not missing anything. I'm not too far out, I'm not too far in. I just line up that light with the edge and it works perfectly. Right, okay, that's us done. That's all cut. Fair size, I suppose, to be fair. For most farms or fields you probably wouldn't mow more than that anyway. Right, raise these mowers up and I'll put those away. I'm going to put them where I put my set of mowers, so at least both sets are together. And generally speaking, if I was doing the farm on my own, I would only ever have one set, would have no need for 2 sets of mowers. But like I say, if I do multiplayer and my daughter comes on and we do jobs together, various different things, we'll both have a set of mowers. It's far quicker doing a field when you're both doing it. So I'll put them all together in one place. I will make her aware of the mower parking rules. There aren't any mower parking rules, but she can put them wherever she wants. Trying to drop these on top of the other one. Ah, that's the problem with these. You can't lower the back down to put them down. If you lower it, it lowers them. You just have to drop them, don't you? I'm always worried they're going to fall over. Make sure I've got enough room. Okay, that was alright. So I did notice, good little touch the other day, when I was doing the baling, moving the bales around, when you drove in over these wooden boards, the bale stacks that were sitting there wobbled a little bit. It's almost like the pressure on the boards was causing them to move. It could just be that I was getting close to them, I don't know, but if it is that, it's a nice little touch that. Right, that's that dropped off. Right, I'm going to go and grab, let me think, the baler. So I'm going to leave the grass now. That's going to sit. I'm going to let that grow through again. So I'll have one cut and another growth and another cut. So I'll have two cuts, twice the yield. So I'll leave that to go through. I'm not desperate for it at the moment. I have got a field that's cut and windrowed just for grass over by the biogas plant. I always get the two mixed up. Right, it's got the baler on the back. So turn it on. I'll drop the pickup down. There we go. Turn it on. It was already open for some reason. I don't remember opening it. I must have left it open from before. Right. And just bale up this hay. I've got to be careful because I've done the grass cutting. I don't want to go into the grass. It shouldn't pick it up. It won't mix the two. But I will stop it and lift it just in case. You never know. It does fill up relatively quickly. This was the same thing again when I did the grass cutting before and the tethering. I did do two cuts, so there was twice the amount of grass there. So for a relatively small area, it does fill up quite quickly. I thought I'd get 4 or 5 bales, but I don't think I will now. Maybe 4. We'll see. So unload the baler at the back, close it back up again, and away we go again. When I did my baling video, I did explain this, if anyone's not seen that. The small round baler, it beeps when it gets to it almost being full. When it hits 4,000 litres, I assume it is, it won't pick up anymore. So you have to back up a little bit, let the roll out, close it up again, and off you go again. That's all manual. I know on PC versions, if you use Follow Me or any of those, it does it automatically. The Follow Me mods, actually it's brilliant, it's a good mod. Very helpful for so much of the stuff you do. It's almost like having a worker with you can set to do it. Anyway, right, that's 2 bales. I'll speed up this next bit, or skip it. I think I might skip ahead. Right, I only got 3 bales. Don't know why. 3 bales, and I've got a load in the back of here, so next time I come to use it, it might switch it over onto the new whatever it is I'm using. But anyway, it's not bad. 3 bales for quite a small area. It's just more to add to my silage bales, so that's all good. So there are 3 spread out. Right, I'll take the baler back and I will go and grab the bale wrapper so I can turn them into silage bales. Right, so bale wrapper collected. I will open it out to its operating position. Does it at an offset so it swings out to the side. This is a little bit easier to do in cab. All you've got to do is make sure you keep to the left hand side of the bale, just over to the side of it without knocking into it. This will automatically pick it up and automatically wrap it. When it finishes wrapping, you have to manually drop it off the back. It's a bit of a catch-22. If you use the big square baler, it is automatic. You haven't got to keep stopping. The big square bales come out. Now the big square bales look much bigger than the round bales, but they're both still 4,000. There's 4,000 capacity. Don't know why. Just is. I'll drop this one off. You can't bale wrap the square ones. You can only bale wrap the round ones for doing silage bales. I'm pretty sure again there are mods so that on PC versions you can silage wrap square bales, I think. Yeah, speed this up a little bit. Okay, I think I'm probably going to leave them there. I'm not going to collect them yet. That will be something I'll do, another one of those odd jobs. I'll either do them with the bale spike, or I'll do them with the auto loader. There's only 3, probably just do them with the bale spike, I would imagine, or the telehandler with the bale clamp. We'll see. Anyway, right, I will take this back and drop it off. Milking parlour as well is another thing. I think Farming Simulator 17, given the option that your milk, you have to take it yourself, like a milk tanker at the end of the day, take the milk off to the dairy. Might be a nice little touch. Don't know, I've probably mentioned that before. So many things. It's that expectancy of wanting so much from a game, and I know, just a console player, it's obviously was originally designed for PC, and they've converted for consoles. But never mind. Right, what we'll do now is just have a quick check of the greenhouses. I've got 4 or 5. They're about half full. I haven't got any manure in them yet because my cows, I haven't had them very long, and haven't produced enough manure really to fill those up yet. So they've got water, but I will just top them up to 100%. Quickly whiz round, do that. When I'm done, I will refill the water bowser as well. If you watched my other video, if you haven't seen it, go and have a look. Water filling revisited. I did one where I showed you on all 3 maps where you can fill up your water for free. So if you're struggling for cash and you've got some greenhouses making a bit of money, you don't have to pay for the water, because it actually works out quite expensive to refill the water. Don't know why. It's almost as expensive as fuel. It's a bit peculiar, but never mind. Precious commodity, I guess. Right, so I will whiz off. That's them all full. Go and fill up the bowser. Once I've filled it up, I will park it up. Like I said at the start of the episode, I wanted to get some grass cutting done, I wanted to get that windrowing done and the baling. So it's been a few odds and ends this episode. Next episode, I think I'm going to get the fertiliser out, the sprayer, and spray the field we just harvested up at 24, 25, 29, 30. My combined field. I'll fertilise it first, then I will seed it. I just find that's an easier way around of doing it. I generally, if I clear a field, I fertilise it. That way it doesn't matter if I leave it ages. When I then come back to seed it, I know I've already fertilised it. That way I'll guarantee I'll get double yield. So next episode I'll probably fertilise that crop. And I'm trying to think what else I need to do next, really. I could start a harvest on another crop. Might whiz up and do some wood chips. Might do some wood chipping actually. Yeah, we'll see. So next episode, definitely do some fertilising. I'm going to the wrong place. I will park up next to the greenhouse. There we go. Never really did greenhouses before when I played this, but I thought, you know what, give it a go. It's another one of those things, a simple enough thing to do. Bit of water, bit of manure once you've got cows and they're producing it. Gives you a little bit of income that comes in every hour, even if that just pays for your hiring a worker fees. And it's just something different to do, something nice, a bit interesting. Right, take this back up to the farm. So, back at the farm, I will give this a wash before I put it away. It's not overly dirty, but doesn't hurt. Give it a clean before I park it up. That should do. I will go and stick it next to the Sammy. So there we go, all the jobs done I wanted to do. Fuel barrels are sitting there waiting to refuel. So what I'll do next episode, I'm going to get the fertiliser out and do this big field here. Might even cultivate it, don't know, we'll see. Cultivate and fertilise. Anyway, thanks for watching.